Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. All right, so I got home, checked the garden, everything looks fine out there, covered up with that straw. And then I took some of that bale of hay that I had left, see if I can get this to focus, and filled up their nesting box. Now, I stuffed it under the front where the eggs would normally roll. I got a bunch in there, it's packed tight. And I did the same thing with the middle pen. It's packed tight in there, and I did the same thing with the white knight's pen. And as you can see, let's see if I can get that to focus. A white hen in there now, and I packed. She's scraping it out. Lord have mercy. Oh, that's him, not a hen. How about that? I forgot it wasn't up Rhode Island Reds over here. So the rooster in there scraping it out. Anyway, I filled it up and I've got more. I can refill it if they scrape it out. But I'm hoping once tonight's supposed to be the last night of the freeze. It is Tuesday night. Excuse me. It's not supposed to freeze after tonight. So I got a video made for Thursday. Y'all have probably already seen that. This will come out Friday. Pretty much did a video, I think every day this week. I may have missed one day, but pretty much every day this week. Hard for y'all to see all them layers. There's 2 or 3 layers of fence down here. So I'm hoping, and they started laying back there in the corner again. Get it to focus. So I'm hoping putting some straw in there is going to get them back laying in the nesting box, because basically some of them are getting broody, and they didn't have anywhere they could sit and the eggs not roll away from them when they get up. So I want them to sit, especially since the buddy I loaned my incubator to said that it quit working. I don't want to have to buy another one, but I've noticed that especially this middle pen, they're pecking at the eggs trying to roll them back forward toward themselves so they can sit on them, and they're putting little peck holes in them. So I've had to throw quite a few away, but this will stop them from rolling forward, and hopefully the ones that are broody will get in there and start setting on some eggs after tonight's freeze. There's no eggs in there for them tonight, so they definitely won't be setting tonight, but hopefully within a few days, if I really do have a broody hen or 2 or 3 or whatever, they'll start setting. So what I'm going to do, and I told y'all I was going to leave it open when I did the video after Sue died, but I've closed it because I like keeping the hens separate, but there is no rooster to fertilize them now. And if any of them's going to fertilize them, I want Sonny to be the one to do it. So I'm fixing to open that gate, and I'm going to let these hens mix back and forth. And after a few days, they'll get back used to each other, and there won't be so much drama in the hen house. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let Sonny run both pens so he can fertilize all the hens. Oh, I didn't realize I dropped one of them orange twine strings. Pick it up. But they get used to. Oh, that hen's limping, and she's the prettiest one too. She's limping. I don't know what she did with her leg, but maybe it'll get better. May have hurt herself. When I went in with that straw, one of the reddish ones and the white one ran into the pen ahead of me, and they freaked out when I came in with that half a bale of straw, or hay, not straw. I don't like the straw. It's too stiff. The hens don't like it. I wanted hay, and that's what I got. So I'm hoping Sonny will mix and fertilize all these other hens. Now, this is the barnyard mix, the one that volunteered to show up here. she's just kind of followed me over. But they will mix a little bit, and come roost time, they'll get back to their roost. So I'm going to leave them that way. I'm going to leave another short video for y'all. I know I had that long one last week. Wasn't intentionally long. I did actually cut some out of it to shorten it. But I'm hoping if I can get a hen to get broody, once they set on the eggs for a couple of days, and I know they're setting through the night, then I will gather that hen at night and the eggs and move them into the last pen and close that door, so all the chickens will have to go to roost in here, and I'll have that last pen to just raise the babies, the hens that are setting in there. Or I may run them all over to the first pen and let them set in the middle. It depends on where they're setting. If they're in White Knight's pen, I'm not going to let them set in there. There's only 2 nesting boxes. I do have room to put a third one up, and I do have it since I fixed it, but my plan is to let them set on there. That's why I put all that hay in there. Give them a place that they can actually create their nest and set on these eggs and start hatching babies. So I would like at least 3 dozen baby chicks, maybe 4. And it's early in the spring. Actually, spring hadn't hit yet, but it's early in the year, so maybe I can get that if my hens will get broody. None of my hens in the past ever got broody. I've actually talked about getting some, oh, what do you call those things? The smaller hens that don't like to roost up on anything. They like to roost on the ground, and they stay broody all the time. I'm trying to remember what they're called. Cog Hill Farm has some, but they're phenomenal about being broody and wanting to hatch eggs. So that's, if I can't get these to get broody, I may end up buying me a couple of those hens if I can find some, just so they'll get broody and hatch eggs for me. Because raising a new flock after this one is almost a year old is crucial to keeping the flock rotated, keeping meat in the freezer, and keeping eggs coming in as well. So that's the idea. So I'm gonna leave that gate open and see how things work out. And old Louie, the cat, has started climbing the post and getting on top of that rail right there when I go in to gather the eggs and feed the chickens. And of course, the wire's not really shocking him because he's not touching the ground. He's gonna do that one day when it's wet, and it's gonna light him up. But anyway, look at him. See, now he hadn't been around that hen. That's the barnyard mix. Now she rarely lays an egg, y'all. I don't think I've gotten an egg in over a week out of her. So hopefully I will start getting a few, and I can let these hens get broody and set on the eggs. So that's the plan, anywho. All right, I'm going to get off here. Thank y'all for watching. Remember what I always tell you. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared.